Hello everybody, my name is Louis Barron, aka KnifeFriends. Welcome back to another video. So today we got something a bit interesting. So since this is the last video I'm doing for Senior X, we got a bit of an interesting twist. So I'm going to be releasing 3 videos at once, showing each of the projects that I've done, and kind of explaining my whole processes and how I felt about this project. So the first one was the obby I made, which is called Sky's Limit. Honestly, I hated this one. This one was a pain to make. But basically, all it is just a parkour obby. Very simple and incredibly boring. One thing I hate about it was I was trying to make respawn points for it to make this a whole lot easier. And I could not get it to work. I could not get the code to work. I could not get anything to work. This was just not a fun project. This one was my least fun. And also in general, my least creative one. Because, like, there's just not much you can do with obbies unless you really know obbies well. Me, I don't. Because I don't like parkour and I don't like obbies. So, from a personal experience, this one was not fun. I did not enjoy making this. Because, one, you have to take accountability the jump height and how high you can jump. Another thing I was going to add, but then eventually just decided that I wasn't, because I didn't know how complicated it was going to be, was like a measure of how high you were. Don't take that out of context. Okay. But yeah, so basically it was just going to measure how high you were off the ground. Keeping track of how high you truly were. Kind of like, if you ever played Fortnite, one of the maps where they have like the tracker for how high you go. Yeah, that's about it. But yeah. So this is basically just me going through each map, kind of showing like some highlights in a sense, and kind of just talking about the experience of the whole thing. But yeah, out of all the maps, I hated this one the most, because it really just sucked out every creativity in my body, and it almost made me just want to change projects. But, however, that's another reason, is since there's no respawn points, I have to completely restart. Fun. Anyways, I'm just gonna do this because I'm not willing to climb back all the way. I don't have the patience for that, so I'm just gonna do test here. Cause I really, like, I hated this project. I hate everything about it. There was no, what the heck? What the, why did this building just fall? That was weird. That's never fallen, like, ever. So that was just entirely random that all of a sudden just decided to fall. Also, is it just me or did it get moved? Anyways, alright. Wait, where is this putting me? Oh, Christ on us. Anyways. But yeah. I have beef with this one. I just don't like obbies. Especially this one. Because I was unable to make respawn points, it really just made this whole thing a pain. Especially testing wise, because you have to always start from the ground. and then slowly make your way up, just to then realize you have to keep doing that over and over again, because you have to count into accountability how high you're jumping, and if you're going to hit your head on stuff. Oh wait, I almost forgot. But yeah, not a fun process. Okay, the heck? Okay, I think something got messed up. Hang on, let me fix this. Something got messed up with that building. Because that's meant to be... No. Anyways, but yeah, everything just kind of went down the drain in terms of how much I like this. Now, probably some like people that are really good at obbies would probably hate how I did this, but I don't care how other people think about my projects. I just care that it's done and it's over with. But yeah, so this one has like no coding whatsoever, nothing special. Just a pretty boring map. And as you can see, I suck at this. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not good at these. That's why I'm glad that I'm done with this. Now, I'm gonna try to keep this video as short as possible, but I do want to show like the whole end completion of it, and like basically the entirety of this, if I can freaking make this jump. Finally, jeez. And then yeah, that's it. And then you just go to this flag, and basically, if I was able to code it, which I wasn't, this, when you touch this would have sent you directly back to the bottom and put something that says you win. But I was unable to do that. So anyways, that's video 1. Sorry it's a bit long, but anyways. So yeah, that's video 1. I'm gonna now go to video 2, and then once again I'm gonna say the same things-ish, except for it's gonna be slightly different.